rated mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome to the Patriot Brief. Hey, how you doing? I'm your host, Mike. On to today's brief here. Hey guys, welcome to another bonus edition to the Patriot Angle. This is the Patriot Brief. I'm your host, Mike. On to today's show. I'm going to make it quick and brief, guys. I just want to give an update. Next week, next Wednesday, we will be launching our very, very first video podcast. Yes, I know a lot of listeners out there been getting a lot of messages on the Anchor feed here, and also my Facebook page as well. When's the video podcasting mic going to be launched? We love your audio, but love to see your video podcasting. Folks, it's going to be launched, the very first one, next Wednesday. So mark your calendars, next Wednesday. I believe, if my sources are right, Paul, what's the next one? Paul's telling me that's my producer here. It helps me out, my assistant. We will be launching next Wednesday, roughly around 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, look out for us on the video podcast next Wednesday. Mark your calendars next Wednesday. That is is that the 20th, I believe, right? Yes, January 20th. Next Wednesday, we will be launching a new addition here to the Patriot Angle podcast, as well as Patriot Briefs. We will be doing video briefs as well, which is our bonus edition that we add onto the show here. So next Wednesday, the 20th, will be the very first video podcast here on the show, on the podcast, on the platform here. I hope everyone tunes in and enjoys that. We will take also live feeds too as well. So if anybody wants to be part of that show on Wednesday, please leave me a message via my Facebook page at the Patriot Angle Podcast. Or if you have downloaded the Anchor app, you can also leave me a message there as well. Like I said, if you want to be part of that special show on Wednesday, I need a response back no later than that Monday, which is the 18th. So get your responses in early. If you get them in like a couple of minutes or 20 minutes before the video podcast shows, I may or may not see them, and I can't guarantee you a spot on the show. So tune in. It's going to be a good one. I want to make this short and sweet here on the brief. I just wanted to basically give an update for the video podcasting that's going to be launched next week. But I want to get into some light news here. Did anybody see that story? This broke out like maybe 4 days ago. Coming out of not a lot of people are talking about it. I'm very surprised that it's just making headways here now. Coming off of Politico, a former Trump communications director says President Trump lied about the 2020 election and should consider resigning. Well, what did he lie about? Well, let's hear what the former communications director said. Former White House communication director Alyssa Farah said Friday that President Trump lied to the American people about the 2020 presidential election results, and that said that he should seriously consider resigning from office after Wednesday's deadly insurrection at the U.S. Capitol. They're talking about they're really blowing this whole Capitol Hill event last week. Like they're just blowing it up in proportions. I guess the the insurrection acts, the insurrectionists last year, and prior to that, that didn't matter. Oh, that didn't matter when people were knocking down statues, both on the federal and state level. They were knocking down statues, but that didn't matter, right? They were destroying, in my personal opinion, which I believe is a fact, both on the federal and state level of these statues that were also protected under the Constitution, some of these statues. But that was okay, right? That was okay. That was also okay that activists such as Black Lives Matter and the domestic terror group known as Antifa took over a Seattle district and basically just ransacked that entire area. But that was okay, right? That was also okay when other groups, like I said, Black Lives Matter and Antifa looted businesses and stole. That was okay, right? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but shouldn't that be looked at? The former communications director also said on CNN's New Day that she holds Trump responsible for inciting the mob that stormed the U.S. Capitol in an attempt to stop Congress's certification of President-elect Joe Biden's electoral college win and allowing this lie to take a life of its own that the election might be overturned. Oh my, what complete garbage do we have in this country? I'm telling you, this was like planned from the beginning of the beginning, right? Everybody hated Trump when he first took office back in 2016, and they still are. They still are. It also states that Farah's statement joins former White House Chief of Staff John Kelly in calling for Trump to either step down or be removed from office in his final days. An extraordinary rebuke of the sitting president from once high-ranking administration official. Folks, you know, I'm speechless of what's going on here. I'm speechless of what's going on. They're basically blaming this president, okay? And I touched this on yesterday's brief here on the podcast. There are going to be some bad eggs in the batch, whether they're Trump supporters, Biden supporters, anywhere. You're going to have bad eggs in the batch, okay? Yes, they were Trump supporters. Just because they were Trump supporters doesn't necessarily mean that Trump is to be blamed. Trump even went on record in front of the American people and addressed that these mobs of people that ransacked the U.S. Capitol, meaning bombushed the U.S. Capitol, okay, were not only wrong for what they were doing, okay, but they should be charged with the highest extent of law, okay? Just like any other person that commits a trespass on whether it's federal, state, or private property. You're trespassing without permission to enter. That's also called entering, like I said, without permission. I said that, right? Yeah, I said that. What's wrong with me? Oh, boy. You know, the president even said, he told rioters to go home. It's not worth it. We love you and you are special. Okay? But he didn't incite this violence. He was telling them to go home. We know you're hurt, but that this does not help the situation by what you are committing. Folks, what the hell is going on with this country? I said it yesterday in yesterday's bonus episode. What is going on? And I'll say it today. on today's episode. What is going on with our democracy? When you have people like, his former communications staff, and then you have other people, just basically blaming this president on every little detail. Every little detail. But, what can you do? What can you do? I know what you can do, okay? You need to stop people that are literally trying to destroy this nation, okay? The fight is, we are literally in a fight of survival here in this country. I mean, as much as you see people in rage, protesting, they're trying to protest and trying to get their voice out. These people are upset, they're hurt, they're angry, they're just frustrated with what's going on today. In the news, the politics, everything. They feel like their voice is not heard and they are being silenced. Well, they are being silenced. They're being silenced by a lot of groups of different people. But, if it's not the coronavirus saga, if it's not political saga, if it's not just everyday crap that we have to deal with now in this new America, okay? I mean, what else is more to say? Should we give up and just let them win? No, because when we surrender, they win. Then they feel like they have control over us. I'm talking about the government, folks. Folks, you cannot allow this type of what I'm calling it, and a lot of different people are calling it, dictatorship. You cannot allow this to happen. This is your country. We don't work for the government. The government works for us. We the people. Do you remember that little saying? We the people. That was a big movement about a couple hundred years ago. We got to have that movement back. Got to have it back. I want to get to this next story here before I close it out here on the brief. I want to talk about this story here. The social media captures President Trump's visit to the Texas border. He was there earlier today, believe it or not. Opponents and supporters gather on border ahead of Trump's arrival in the Rio Grande Valley. Trump arrived earlier today at Rio Grande Valley in the early afternoon, like I said earlier today, and traveled from Harlingen, excuse me, to the Alamo in Texas. Folks, the Alamo is it's just miles north of the border. Excuse me. A glass of water here. I think it's this temperature here in Georgia. My throat's been very dry. I'm not sick or nothing. I don't have COVID. But it's just the weather here has been very dry here in northern Georgia. So, I just been drinking lots of water lately. Because that's the only thing that sucks here living in this state. I mean, I love the seasons here in Georgia. I love the change of weather. The foliage is beautiful here. Anybody gets a chance to visit North Georgia, visit some of the areas here in North Georgia, you see the most beautiful foliage in this state. It's unreal. But back to the story, got a little sidetracked there. It's okay. But officials in Alamo in the Alamo indicated Tuesday morning they did not have any prior knowledge of the president's visit and did not have an itinerary of him stating that he was going to visit. Okay. It goes into both here in the story here. It says supporters and opponents of the president were expected to gather upon Trump's arrival. So they were expecting that to happen. Okay, they were expecting supporters and opponents, people that, for you not so smart people out there, people that are against Trump's message. They were expecting that. So Trump was Trump said that it was expected to be Trump's final visit to Texas, the Texas-Mexico border, before he leaves office. He was there basically to observe the 450th mile completion of the border wall. I mean, that's a success right there. Hearing that it's been up to 450 miles built already. Hopefully, it'll be built even more under this new administration, God willing, under the Biden-Harris administration. Will they continue the construction of the border wall? Which we don't know. God, I hope it doesn't get torn down after all that heartache of construction workers building this, soon to be an historic wall. We need it. We need a border. Like others said, you don't have a country without a border. Every country in this world has some form of a border, whether it's a concrete, a metal, or a fence or any type of wall. Every country in this world has it. It works. It stops illegal immigrant crossings. It stops drugs from pouring in. It stops crime. It does a lot of wonders. But the far left, they're against it. They're against it. They want your open borders. They want this. They want that. They want to change your culture. They want to kill your free speech. They want to abolish your Second Amendment. They want to defund police. Hell, I heard they even wanted to defund the military. I mean, this is the radical left that we have in this country. Here's a clip here I want to plug into the show before we close it out here, because we're running out of time here on the show. I want to plug in this. Paul, can you plug in this clip here? It's shown a lone Biden supporter argues with about 24 Trump supporters right before the president's visit at the border wall. You got to listen to this.
They say that she got a coup after Trump, that she already went and talked to the attorney general and said that she didn't accept the
There he goes.
In the end, when this is
Let
all
people
over,
vote for Biden. Stop the steal. Let people vote for Biden. Stop the steal. We here for Trump. Stop for Biden.
So you can hear them arguing back and forth.
They say that she got a coup after Trump, that she already went and talked to the attorney general and said that she didn't accept the
There he goes.
in the end, when this is
Let
all
people
over,
vote for Biden. Stop the steal.
So you can hear them arguing back and forth, right? I mean, the audio is very low. I do apologize for that. But the audio it just seems to be very, very low in that clip. Basically, like I said, I don't know if you heard of it. If you heard it in the clip here on the show that I just plugged in, a lone Biden supporter out of dozens of Trump supporters that showed up. Like I said, this is coming from my opinion on how Biden won is on me. I don't know how he won. Where you could clearly see the support on both angles between Biden and Trump. Like, there's more people that show up just to hear Trump talk and then have just a survey saying that Biden won on both categories of the popular vote and the electoral college vote? Nah, I don't buy. I don't buy that shit. I really don't. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. And these supporters were basically there at the Rio Grande Valley, there right by the Texas-Mexican border, stating their opinion. You know, like, folks, these are American, mostly American conservative supporters of President Trump. And these people feel like their voice is basically expiring in this country. Like, their voice doesn't matter. Their message doesn't matter. All 75 million of us strong-abled conservative Americans that voted for Trump back in November, our vote didn't matter because it was a stolen, rigged election to begin with. Folks, we could fix this. We could fix the problem we currently have in this country by voting out the wrong electoral officials that get elected in by either a fraud election to begin with and people that cheat the system. We could fix this. We could fix this. There's still time to save this beautiful country we call America. We could fix this. But it's all on you, folks. It's all on you. It's all on you. Stop giving in to their ridiculous agendas. Stop giving in to their ridiculous messages. Stop listening to them. Because all they want to do is silence you. They want to think that you don't matter, and that's that. Folks, that is not the America that was designed to be. We are better than that. Let's fix this all. Or die trying, folks. With that being said, thank you for joining into the Patriot Brief bonus edition here to the show. And I'm going to try to do one more podcast before the end of the week, whether it's a brief or I'm going to do the actual Patriot Angle podcast. At least try to do one this week before the week is over. I'm not promising and everything. I got a lot of busy things coming up with the show for next week. So hopefully you'll hear another episode, whether it's a bonus episode or a regular episode here on the podcast. Hopefully, like I said, I'm not promising anything, but like I said, next week, tune in next Wednesday. For our very first video podcast that will be on the show. I'm still going to be doing audio podcasting, but the very first video podcast will be launching next Wednesday at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Thank you very much for tuning in today, guys, and God bless you. You just heard an episode of the Patriot Brief, an Anchor platform. Hey, folks, this got to get to a new sponsor here on the show. Freewheel Farms. Anybody living in the Atlanta area, if you're looking for a farm, an urban farm. Pretty cool one, too, in the city. Look no further to Freewheel Farms. I happen to live near this great little business here that's run by young farmers that know their stuff, folks. They know their stuff, and they know what's healthy for you. Head over there to Freewheel Farms. You can even check them out on their Facebook, Freewheel Farms, or freewheelfarms.com. They have everything from organic vegetables to just about anything that you're looking for. Very, very good stuff. They know everything about farming. They know everything about organics. I happen to buy from them from time to time. And they're very, very well down-to-earth type of people. So if you're looking for a good farmer's market even, too, head over there to Freewheel Farms in Atlanta, Georgia. Folks, this is a really, really good small business. And if anything, any time for supporting a small business, that's the company to support. And I support Freewheel Farms. So head over there to today and basically check them out.